Live from the banks of the Ohio, we welcome you to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the New York Mets and the Cincinnati Reds. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Noah Syndergaard gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, you can see he's among the leaders in strikeouts. We'll see how good he can be in this one.
Carlos Gomez makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
For the Mets, center fielder, number 30.
And our first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one as we are underway here in Cincy. Eric, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Not only have they been playing well, but they've got their ace going here this afternoon, so the rich get richer.
And now this misses as well as he's behind the leadoff man this afternoon, 2-0 now.
And even just 2 pitches into our afternoon, already we're getting the sense that he's going to call a pretty tight strike zone.
Swung on, missed, 2-1.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
And this one is over, and he works the count back to 2-2.
Hard to call that an off-speed pitch when it's a changeup at 88. That's a fastball for a lot of guys in this league.
High and deep to right center field. Back goes Betts at the track. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. It's a solo home run off the bat of Carlos Gomez. Home run number 15 for him thus far. And the Mets are on the board first, 1-0. Justin Turner will take his first cuts now, and after the leadoff home run to start the ball game, does the game plan change at all from a pitching perspective?
Well, I think it's a little bit more of a shock to the system than anything else. You're just not expecting that leadoff guy to be the guy that takes you deep.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Now the Reds here going big red machine with the uniforms. That takes you back. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Backhanded. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. With that, here are Terry Collins' New York Mets. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, I think this one is going to be a great pitcher's duel, so you really need to take advantage of any scoring opportunities or any mistakes that may be handed to you. 1 or 2 runs might be enough to win it.
Nelson Cruz will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1.
And these guys already have 1 home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count, 0-2. First curveball of the day for him, and likely not the last.
No, he's got a good one. There's no doubt about that. He'll start it on the hip versus righties, and he'll backdoor it to lefties. 2 different locations, but equally effective.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the Cincinnati Reds. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, their starter has a ton of strikeouts, among the league leaders. That sometimes leads to some complacency out in the field. They're going to have to stay on their toes, be ready, because they will be involved.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Well, Matt, I think Dixon has sometimes been thought of as a hitter's umpire. The book on him is that he can be a little bit tight on the edges of the strike zone. We'll see if that's the case.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now and 2 strikes here as well.
Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. But another look here at the solo shot leading off the ball game. Bottom of the first coming up from Great American Ballpark. It's 1-0 Mets. Jacob DeGrom starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matty, he's got close to 200 innings this year. He's been very dependable, thrown deep into a lot of ball games. He's looking to do the same in this one.
Mookie Betts comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Mookie Betts.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. These Mets, EK, as they take the field here today, they continue to fall on hard times, losing again last time out, and that makes 7 losses in their last 8 games.
And that includes losses in the first 2 games of this series, so they just need to have something positive go their way. Salvaging the finale might just be the thing.
Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. Steve, what do they need to do to complete the sweep?
Boy, this team is so tough to pitch to. They have the fewest strikeouts in the league. So if they continue to be aggressive at the plate, drive the ball into the gaps, and try to hang a crooked number up on this team early.
First delivery to him on the way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. One out, nobody on. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
Good changeup in the dirt, strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Segura is retired, 2 down now. With a moment now, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, when you talk about first basemen that are just very smooth, Adrian Gonzalez, he comes to mind. Not the most athletic guy and may not cover a ton of ground, but everything he does just looks very smooth. We get an opportunity to watch him in this one.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Gotta get this pitch count up. Gotta get this guy out of the game.
Two out, nobody on. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Rasmus. And the inning is over. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Adrian Gonzalez will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Well, guys, one good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10 games, so hopefully he's figured something out.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And that's not a bad spot. Just go ahead and stay out there. Don't come down the middle because we know he can hurt you.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And like most guys, the further ahead in the count he gets, the more dangerous he becomes. He's going to lock in on one pitch, one zone, and he'll hurt you if he guesses right.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And the count will be full. And that misses for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
If you're looking for a good way to add to a one-run lead, a leadoff walk never hurts. Let's see how they want to play this from here.
Brett Wallace steps in looking to get it going offensively. Things have not been going his way of late. Here's the first pitch to him. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one.
He's a double play ball.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hanging it.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Nobody out, runner on first. And this is swung on and missed as Wallace becomes out number 1.
Batting 7th, second baseman,
Brock Holt will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. First offering on its way. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him trying to get a punch out.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Well, there's no question this guy's got to be in the running for the Cy Young this year. He makes quick work of this guy on 3 pitches. That was just too easy.
Stepping in now, Freddie Galvis, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. The average down at an even 220. 5 homers, and the RBI count at 35. And he falls behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. The 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over.
Nice.
Mets strand one. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Edwin Encarnacion will get his first shot here, and you can see he's got that average up near the 330 mark to begin play.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he lays off there, 1-0. And
on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Hit hard back up the middle, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Didn't have a whole lot of choice there on 2-0. You had to go after him. But when you leave that ball out over the plate, this can be the result. That's what being patient and waiting for your pitch will get you.
Albert Pujols will stride in as he's running out of time now if he wants to make a late push for that home run crown. He's set. Here it comes. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Line to the right side. But they'll just get the one out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
Boy, and how they get out of this one with only one out on this play is a mystery. This probably should have been much more than that, but they can't wind up making the play.
Wow.
Steven Sung will stand in now. Happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. And a high strike there, 0-1. And that's a called strike at the letters. So that looked high from here. It's 0-2 now.
And this is what you like to see, especially coming off of a loss in his last start. These first couple innings, he's coming right after guys.
Come on.
Popped high in the air. Turner on the move. Makes the play, and there are two gone now.
And this is right where they wanted this thing. You see it on show track there. They wanted to take him up around the letters, hoping for the pop-up, and that's exactly what they got.
Derek Norris will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball one. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. We're in the second. 1-0 Mets early on. 3-1 now, and I think he wanted to know where that one was.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Here's the 3-1. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Back goes Gomez, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double.
Hey, guys, if you want to make sure your hitting coach keeps his job for another season, you got to have a few more at-bats like this. I mean, this is exactly what they're preaching to you every day down there in the batting cage. Stay inside the ball. Stay behind the ball. Here he just lets this one travel deep. He gets his arms through, lets the barrel drag a little bit, and then just inside outs this thing right off the right center field wall. Boy, that's strong.
Now a changeup here to start things out, but that'll dip a bit too low, and it's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Oh, and he knows he let one get away right there. He may not see a better pitch to do some damage with all afternoon.
Softly hit out to short, and this will be taken down no problem for the final out of the inning. Reds strand a couple. They trail this one 1-0. Welcome back to Cincinnati for Major League Baseball on the show from Great American Ballpark. Austin Barnes steps in here to start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
The windup and the 0-1. That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mets backstop. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
You can't fault the pitch selection or the location there. It's well placed, maybe just a hair off the outside corner. But 3-2, that's where you want to be.
Here's Carlos Gomez. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
And after a walk, I think there's a little anger behind that fastball.
And he misses with it. 1-1. So it appears he's going to leave the game here as he favors that left leg. Hoping that it's not too serious, however, as he's able to get off on his own power. Nate Jones will be summoned now to take over following the injury.
Number 65, Nate Jones.
Carlos Gomez will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with the runner at first and nobody out.
And now he gets to face some fresh meat. He's already got one homer in this game, remember.
Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
That's a pitch you really have to learn to take against a guy like this. But even if you make contact, you're just going to get something in on the label, so that's a great take.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
And you have to figure he didn't think he'd be seeing any action this early on, but he's going to need to hold down the fort for a while here, now that their starter's already out of the ballgame.
Runner goes for second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
This all gets back to footwork here. Catchers are usually not the fastest guys around, but the good ones do have one thing going for them, and that's a quick setup behind the plate. And this guy's dead to rights here.
Norris.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Hard hit ball to second, and that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. Around first, heading for second now. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. So some life with 2 away as he's into second with the opposite field double. And that'll bring us to our Mets leaderboard. And as you can see, he's currently second on the ball club in that department.
Yeah, he's really contributed to the team this year. Here he is on second again with a chance to score on just a single.
Nelson Cruz is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He continues to flash the extra base power. That's now 34 doubles on the year. Hit out towards second. Scooped up. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday. Jake Marisnick will get his first shot here. A couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Jake Marisnick.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Hot shot down the line, but a foul ball, 1-1. way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
When you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
To 2-2 now. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
I'm not really sure what he was trying to accomplish there.
Cincinnati.
That was almost to the
Center
backstop.
fielder.
He would have needed a ladder to hit that thing.
Here's Mookie Betts. As he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike one.
And I think he'll keep riding that pitch until these guys prove they can do something with it.
Lifted in the air to center. Gomez has a read on it. 2 down.
The batter,
That ball was hit well, and it might have been a different story if he pulled it. Instead, he hit it to the big part of the ballpark, and he's retired.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gene Segura. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. It wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Up the middle and off the pitcher's leg. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Well, you got to start a streak somewhere, and he's well into this one now. A 6-game hit streak with that base hit. He's swinging the bat pretty good right now.
Corey Dickerson is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Segura runs. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And he is caught stealing to retire the side. Boy, oh boy. None left for Cincinnati. Colby Rasmus is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. Lifted the other way to left center. Marisnick has a read on it, makes the play, one away.
Now batting, the first baseman.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And stepping in now, the slugging first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. That evens it up 1-1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Well, guys, it was pretty clear here the overriding goal of this at-bat was to make sure that this guy does not get his arms extended up there. Here's the evidence on show track. 5 pitches thrown, and not once did they give him anything on the outside part of the plate.
Into the box now, Brett Wallace, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. One run, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around first, digging for two now. And he will stroll in there standing with a two-out double.
And this is a good sign that he might be ready to break out of this slump of his. I can almost guarantee you that he talked about this with his hitting coach. Take the ball the other way. Use the whole field. You can do that, good things will start happening.
Here's Brock Holt now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Well, he's down 0-2 now, and he hasn't even seen the changeup yet. That could be the strikeout pitch of choice right here.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. You think there was any intent there?
I don't think so. I mean, he's just trying to bury that two-seamer in on the hands. Got away from him just a little bit.
And this one gets away. Throw goes to third, and he is safe at third as he moves up on what's likely to be ruled a wild pitch.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a pitch in the dirt. And as a runner, it's hard sometimes to tell whether you should advance or not. But I think the catcher just lost sight of this thing just for a moment, and as soon as he reads that at second base, he's off for third.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Mets leave one, but they're on top 1-0. Corey Dickerson is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Too high, 1-0.
Ball one, no strike.
And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
Hit hard to short. That gets through, and he'll start the inning off with a base hit.
Just amazing what this guy's done with the bat this year. I mean, even when he's in a two-strike hole, he still finds a way to come through.
Striding into the box, Edwin Encarnacion. He reached on a single in his first try. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
A runner at first with no outs here. And it's quickly 0-2. Hit on the ground to short. Fielded by Galvis. Holt for one. Back to Adrian, and it's a double play.
Well, that's the absolute definition of a pitcher's pitch right here, especially in a double play situation. I mean, not only is this pitch down, I don't even think it's in the strike zone, and that's an easy double play.
Here's Albert now. As he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now.
And now with the 0-2 count, he's got probably 5 different pitches he can throw here. So as a hitter, what are you going to do?
Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one fouled off to the right side. High and deep to straightaway right. Cruz racing back, still going back. Gone! A solo shot for Albert Pujols. Number 35 now on the season. And with it, the Reds have tied the ball game at 1.
Well, apparently these guys didn't see the highlights from yesterday because he had 2 home runs a day ago. Now he's got another home run right here. Now obviously this pace won't last, but man, he is hitting everything in sight.
Now batting, third baseman.
Standing in now, Steven Sung. As he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. Rasmus is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But the Reds are able to square things up on this solo home run. We played 4, all tied at 1-1. Freddie Galvis will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
And in a tie ball game, you don't want to be giving these guys free base runners to start the inning. He's going to need to bounce back from that pronto.
Austin Barnes will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. Takes this the other way to right. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting, the center fielder, Carlos Gomez.
Carlos Gomez strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
And Gomez not biting on that one either. It's 2-0 now.
Boy, he better get it back together here with 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now. Fastball here.
I think it has to be. You're licking your chops if you're the hitter. 3-1. You can't walk the bases loaded. Bail and wail.
And he misses with it. Ball 4. So that'll load the bases. And now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position. But I don't think a walk was what he had in mind. That's going to make things just a little trickier now with the bases loaded.
Justin Turner will dig in. He doubled his last time. Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
You cannot let this situation get any worse. You got to be thinking strikeout or ground ball. Even if you allow 1 run to score in this inning, that would be a major victory.
Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Tried to shoot the corner, and he missed it. 2-2.
Oh, that's a tough take, but a good one. The pressure's still squarely on the pitcher out there. He's still got to come in.
And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2.
Now you can't think corner or perfect pitch here on the mound. This has got to be somewhere near the middle, and you just got to hope you get lucky.
Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Bases loaded here, nobody out. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And he cannot believe the calls he's getting out there on the mound. This is going to force in a run, but let's look at show track to see where this pitch was. That's about what I suspected. That looked good from up here. That's a tough break.
Here's Nelson Cruz now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
Well, with the power bat up at the plate, the manager wisely signals his outfielders to back off. Don't want anything over their heads here. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. The runners will stay put. However, the count evens at 1. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Sinker is right there for a called strike 2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Boy, you got to believe he's counting his lucky stars out there on the mound. He's facing one of the best run producers in the game with the bases loaded, and he's able to retire him. And he's still not off the hook yet, but at least that'll earn him a big exhale out there.
Colby Rasmus will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Out in front of it, strike 1. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
When you're in a key spot like this, you can't allow yourself to get tied up that badly.
Here it comes, 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Yeah, and he didn't want that one to be in the strike zone. Even with the bases loaded, this is still a strikeout situation, remember.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Well, if there was ever a time for a strikeout, that was it. The bases remain loaded with 2 away now, so, you know, if they can get out of this with only 1 run scoring, that'd be quite a comeback.
Adrian Gonzalez steps into the box here in one of the bigger spots in the ballgame so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away.
Yeah, and this is one of those make-or-break moments in a ballgame, Matt. You don't want to let an opportunity...
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Mets are out on top, 2-1. Derek Norris will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
And after that double in his first at-bat, you can tell they're approaching him with a bit more caution here. Well, they should.
And the pitch on 2-1. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Looking to avoid his first walk. And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
And now on the mound after the leadoff walk, you put yourself in a situation where you're going to give these guys a good chance to get that run right back. I mean, here's where he'll need to try to get the next guy to hit something on the ground.
Into the box, Cliff Pennington. As the switch hitter, will take his cuts left-handed here.
Yeah, he's got great numbers right here. Hitting over 350 against righties where he just rakes.
Here comes the first pitch. And there he goes towards second. Shows bunt as he gets this one down. Flip onto the second baseman covering. He'll take care of him at first. Scored 3-4 on the sacrifice, and the runner moves into scoring position now with only 1 away.
And when you get a guy on the mound that throws as hard as he does, a lot of times it's kind of tough to really deaden the ball. As you can see here, this ball's bunted fairly hard to the right side. But instead of anybody trying to force the issue here, they're going to be content with just taking that out at first.
Here's Jake Marisnick, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Trying to hold the lead. Squared that one up just a little late. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. A pause and the 0-2. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Well, right now, that fastball's been so good, he really hasn't needed any of his secondary pitches. Another good heater there.
Mookie Betts will stand in for the 3rd time now. Still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Here it comes on 0-2. Ooh, he saws him off with that one, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Here's a high pop-up. Gonzalez is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. We'll get a look at Brett Wallace leading things off when we come back. 5 innings complete. The Mets lead it 2-1. And there is Brett Wallace now. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Brett Wallace.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
A lot of pitches for him out of the bullpen, as you see there. You got to wonder how long they'll wait till they pull the plug.
The set and the 1-0 pitch to first. Oh, and he takes his eye off it there as it goes right past him into right.
And he'll be thinking that's an out he should have had here to lead off the inning. This was maybe not the most routine of hops, but still, you'd think he'd at least be able to get a glove on it.
Pool holes. Can't get mad at him.
Here's Brock Holt now, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. Pennington on to first, and they get the double play.
The batter, number 13, shortstop, Freddie Galvis.
Freddie Galvis digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that's in there for strike 1. Low-scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. Hold strike 2 with the letters. 0-2 now.
0-2.
That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Ready with the 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there?
And the third baseman is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Mets go down quickly. They lead it 2-1. Leading off the inning, Gene Segura, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll try and crowd him there with a fastball to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's set down, one away.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Corey Dickerson is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. It appears safe to say now that that man right there has turned things around from his last start.
And it's a great sign, too, of exactly what you need to do. You have to have a short memory out there. But you're right. He's pitching with a lot more confidence in this outing.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
What a difference 5 days can make. He's been a totally different pitcher out there compared to his last start. The command is much better. The pitches are much sharper. Even the body language tells me he's got things under control.
Into the seats, 0-1. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. Well, it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Reds are down in order. They still trail it here 2-1. Back here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Archimedes Caminero is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
The catcher, number 36,
Austin Barnes stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
Hard liner to center field, and there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the 7th.
And you know, as a hitter, you're seeing the ball so well when you can take a pitch like that and square it up and just hammer it right back up the middle.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Carlos Gomez stands in as he looks at a called strike. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. And there's ball 1.
Come on,
Might have
that's a
felt the
strike,
squeeze
man.
on that one. That might just change the whole complexion of the at-bat.
Right.
And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. To short. Segura with a sliding stop. Throw on to second, so they'll get the lead man, and that's all.
man, is that a smooth play from the shortstop position. Look at him go into the slide to field this thing. And then all in one motion, come back up and throw a strike to his second baseman to get the force.
Into the box, Justin Turner. There goes the runner. Bounce to first. And he'll take this over to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner moves into scoring position at second.
Yeah, and here with the runner who's on the move, you've got no chance of even thinking about getting the double play. So a smart idea there just to take the sure out at first.
Nelson Cruz takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base.
Yeah, a base hit right through the infield would probably do it, but you can bet those guys in the outfield are going to be coming up gunning if they get any chance at all.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Nothing inside here, at least not to start the at-bat, and I imagine that's by design.
Yeah, they'll give him right field. They just don't want him to turn on something.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. To not be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Mets strand 1. They still lead it 2-1. Albert Pujols will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Into the windup and the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
All right, keep picking it.
And ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. Make
It's a
a
bad
call
call.
I don't know, but let's just say they're even.
Yeah, fucking bullshit.
Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Chopped foul right at home plate. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Very softly hit to the left side. Oh, and it goes right past him out there at short.
But he got it.
So that'll go into the books as an E6, and he'll be kicking himself over that one. Well, now here comes the Mets manager, Terry Collins, on his way to the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Art Mejia will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with the runner at first and nobody out.
Art Mejia.
Steven Sung will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher as he'll do so with the runner at first and nobody out. First pitch of the at-bat. And that's dead center for strike one. Slapped hard the opposite way. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Oh, and this ball is going to get on you quickly down there at the hot corner. That's why they call it the hot corner. They didn't have a whole lot of time to think about it, and this is all instinct. He goes up the ladder, pulls it down quickly. Nice timing.
The catcher, Derek Norris, is in, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. We're in the seventh inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be two? One there. The relay on to first. The double play, and the side is retired. Boy, oh boy. So no runs or hits here, as the error turns out to be unimportant. Leading off the inning, Colby Rasmus, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. First pitch on its way. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Maybe even a half heartbeat, considering how fast his heart is beating right now. But he's on it all the way, and he winds up making the play.
Adrian Gonzalez will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. From the stretch. Splitter here, and it's taken for strike one.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll reach first safely.
Wow.
He just did everything right here on the mound. He made the good pitch. He got his guy to hit the ball on the ground. But baseball is just a little bit like life. You know, things don't always go your way. This is going to be an infield single as he reaches here with one away.
Now pitching for the Reds.
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here. Brett Wallace will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away.
Designated hitter, Brett Wallace.
In the dirt here. But fortunately here, no advance. Here's the 1-0. And he misses again, 2-0.
Well, you've got the matchup you wanted, but that's not going to amount to much if you can't throw strikes.
Called a strike on the inside part of the plate, 2-1.
What are you doing?
Shatters the bat as this is hit to third.
That ball was so deep in his kitchen, that was the only thing he could do was foul it off, break his bat, and hope to get a better pitch on the next one.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Well, this is a scroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that Every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Brock Holt is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Right there, man. What are you doing? Boo.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. This is pulled into right. Dickerson is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Mets leave one as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Sergio Romo is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Sergio Romo.
Leading off the inning, Cliff Pennington, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Oh, and 2, here it is. Tap fouled at home plate. Oh, and 2, here it comes. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Got him swinging in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Pennington is retired, and there's one away.
And as we showed you a moment ago, this guy enters play with an ERA right around 2.5. So he's been a big part of this bullpen, and he gets the first guy he faces right here.
Hit high and deep to right center.
Get out of town.
Going back on it. Still ranging back. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Wow.
This play right here is all about getting a great read and a good angle on the ball when it's hit. Great jump, runs it down, and that saves extra bases.
Here's Mookie Betts. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1.
You talk about tying a guy up. My goodness.
And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt.
Got it.
Barnes finds it. And not what he wanted to do there, is now they'll need 4 outs to get out of this inning. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Gene Segura. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
And he just manages to get his hand in. Comes set, now the pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Quick check on that tying run at first. A dive, but he's back.
Keeping him close.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
And that's where speed can definitely change a ball game. He's able to get into second here with 2 away. So now it might just take a single to score that tying run.
Ripped on the ground to first. And Gonzalez will take it over himself, and that'll do it. Reds leave 1. They're down 2-1. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Freddie Galvis, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Fernando Rodney will come on now and try to keep this deficit from getting worse.
56, Fernando Rodney.
Freddie Galvis will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will get foul. 2-1. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. You see a right-handed batter waiting next, but he could very well be pulled back as the situation dictates. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots
What do you mean it
out
was
of the
by
zone, but
design?
when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Austin Barnes comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Dickerson's there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Carlos Gomez.
Carlos Gomez strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. 2 out, nobody on. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Struck him out, so it remains a 1-run lead as they head in for their final set of swings. Mets go down 1-2-3. They lead it 2-1. Santiago Casilla is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 46, Santiago Casilla.
Striding in to start the ninth, Corey Dickerson, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Casilla pauses. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and hit in the air to left. Rasmus has a beat on it. 1 out.
Well, this is what you want out of your closer. Comes in firing darts, and it's a very quick out number 1.
Edwin Encarnacion ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Grounded back up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Albert Pujols comes to the plate now with the tying run at first, so he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Quick check on that tying run at first. And the runner back.
Simple throw over there.
And another throw over. And the runner back safely. Yet another check on first. And the fans don't like this at all. And yet another throw over. And a dive, but he's back in there. Another throw over. Now a low throw, but he can't knock it down at first as it gets right by him.
That's what I'm talking about.
What a time for that. This late in a tight ball game, in any ball game, really. You've got to know what you're doing out there. I mean, these are the kind of mistakes that make the difference between winning and losing. You've got to know that.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
One out and a runner on second base. Now a pickoff play at second, and he'll dive back in safely.
Just keeping an eye on it.
And he'll turn and throw back to second again, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Here comes the 1-0. And the runner's breaking for third. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw is in time as he gets the tag down, and he's out trying to take third. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw on to first is going to be in time to get him, and the Mets will salvage at least the finale in this three-game series as the ball game is over.
Yeah, you know, this game kind of felt like it could have been played back in 1968. Very well played, very low scoring, very quick game, too. I'll tell you, I could go for a few more of these this year. That'd be okay by me.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he turned in a really good performance. His fastball had some good life to it. He really mixed his speeds well, and he kept guys guessing all throughout.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out the show.